Warlord was unique from other card games in many ways, one of which was its challenge system. In addition to Warlords, there were also Overlords, Dragon Lords, Medusan Lords, and later added Daemon Lords. A typical deck was allowed to have one Overlord, one Dragon Lord, and one Daemon Lord per the current rules, but Medusan Lords and their exclusive items are currently banned. After many tournaments, players would be given the option to challenge an Overlord in order of tournament finish. This pre-constructed Overlord deck would either be run by a designated runner or the person next in challenge order. An Overlord is essentially a more powerful Warlord. They were usually very tough to beat and had their own set of rules, which could even scale their difficulty up or down based on how many times they had been beaten at any given tournament venue. Dragon Lords were even more powerful. To challenge a Dragon Lord, you had to have an unsigned Overlord. The runner of the Dragon Lord would sign it with a pen or Sharpie showing that it had been used. A signed Overlord could still be used in decks, just not for another Dragon Lord challenge. Dragon Lord decks are not pre-constructed like Overlords, but were built by a designated Dragon Lord runner and full of dragons that enter play at a massive level discount, making them exceedingly more dangerous. Daemon Lords were on the same level as Dragon Lords in terms of both difficulty and needing to have an Overlord signed to challenge them. They were added to the game later, so there are only two, but they're still close to as powerful. Their decks are full of daemons instead of dragons, though. Finally, there are Medusan Lords. To challenge a Medusan Lord, you must have an unsigned Dragon or Daemon Lord for the runner of the Medusan Lord to sign. Medusan Lords were immensely powerful. They were designed to be nearly unbeatable unless you got incredibly lucky against them. There are only a few copies of each one in print, making them exclusive and rare. Each one also had some variation of its own exclusive items, actions, or characters that went along with it that were just as powerful. Although some were beaten, many never were. There aren't a lot of places that still hold challenges or even have an active tournament community, but my playgroup in Minnesota usually has an Overlord after each of our semi-regular tournaments. I know there are still several active communities, I'm just unsure which ones still have challenge lords. Dragon Lords and Medusan Lords are usually more rare, with Medusans only appearing at much larger tournaments, such as the one held annually at Gen Con in Indianapolis.